Lewa Phantoka, taking that classic character, that classic set, and turning him into something really special. Join me as we take a closer look at a set that I have loved since I was a child. We're also going to take a look at the parts selection in this set, and we'll see how you can use these pieces to build your own custom creations. And we're going to get a nice look at a sick revamp of Lewa. Dude, there's a lot to discuss. So let's begin. First of all, I am in love with this color scheme. Lime, dark bluish gray, and a little hint of silver. Just sprinkled in there like sprinkles on a cupcake. Unfortunately, Lewa no longer has his classic mutter green color that he had in the glory days. But hey man, these Phantoka sets are meant to be a fancy new upgrade. It makes sense that he would lose the green and just focus on the lime. Especially because, hey, that green, it offsets the dark bluish gray so nicely. To me, I always felt that the gray gives him some kind of like fighter jet vibes. Bro looks like some sort of military aircraft. He's also got these nice silver jetpack pieces on his shoulders. That's pretty dope. Even just the energy of these claw pieces just next to them. That looks so dynamic, so energetic. All of the silver pieces, they're either used on some sort of mechanical enhancement, like the jetpack, something that helps him fly, or on weaponry, like the Midax Sky Blaster and the blade. It's a good lesson in color blocking. Nicely done, Lego. Nicely done. While we're talking about the silver, that sword. This was a childhood favorite of mine. The shape, the size of it, it's gorgeous. But look, when you get closer, it's got some of that lightning detail molded into the center. Mate, that is so sick. They didn't have to put that in, but they did it for us. That ignited my creativity as a kid. Anytime Lewa fought, he'd charge that blade with electrical energy, and it would power up his attacks. Thank you, Element Designer, for putting that in that piece. Such a good touch. And man, look at this mask. Giving him a nice trans blue light up display that you slot inside the mask. It looks like he's wearing some kind of Top Gun helmet. And then adding in some of these little fans down below. Once again, props to the Element Designer. They did such a wonderful job of injecting little subtle references to the theme of flight. A theme that is very central to this wave of sets. So that's a nice touch, but on top of that, they also made sure that the helmet looked vaguely like Master Chief from Halo. In fact, if we look at some of the prototype designs for this mask, some of them look way more like Master Chief. Isn't that cool? It's truly exceptional that this piece manages to really hit home the themes of the Phantoka wave of sets, and it manages to look dang good while it does it. Masterful. And like all of the Phantoka, we have this silver backpack on the back. The idea is that you get his Matoran friend, Tunma, and you can link them together. And now they can fly around, zoom through the skies, best friends, piggyback buddies. I do like that Tunma can hold out his blades. His blades, which by the way, are the same ones that Lewa Nuva had. Nice touch. But yeah, he can hold these out and kind of have some extra wings to glide around with. It's a small thing, but it really builds on the idea of them teaming up together to become stronger. Also, Tunma has a jetpack on his back. So now, with their combined power, they got 3 jetpacks. Bro, they're gonna go so fast. Lewa is brilliant. Every Toa set strives to be as good as this set. He's just cool, I don't know what to say, I love him. Now, let's check out the parts selection in this set. What have we got and how can you use them to build your own MOCs? We're going to begin with those silver claw pieces that were used on the shoulders. How can they be used? Jack Frost has embedded 2 of them into the torso on this creation. See, right here. That's those pieces. I like that they offer a little bit of texture on the front with this little, I guess, serrated edge. And the piece just kind of helps mass out the shape of the torso. It's a great design. Up next, we got that inner glass piece that goes behind Lewa's mask. Sapphire is here has used this piece on their self-mock. I like it, it's some kind of protective covering on the center of the torso. And you can see that trans red piece just behind it. This is a fun concept, it looks like some sort of exposed organs. And this is a translucent covering to still see what's inside, but protect it at the same time. Interesting. Let's look at Lewa's mask. Rahi then removes that glass piece and turns it into the front of a fish, kind of like the nose face area. It's integrated very well. This piece really helps shape the head and it smooths things out quite nicely. I'd say that's a pretty smart way to use this piece. We move over to Lewa's dark bluish grey feet. I've got a fun one for this. Alex MOCs has acquired heaps of these pieces, and you'll see them both behind and below this MOC, which by the way is a great MOC, although we're just going to be talking about what's behind it. They've attached them together with some flex tube, some very long flex tube, and it starts to form this very fascinating flowing shape, and it's a very pretty shape. It adds in some intriguing background details for this MOC to stand on. It's just pretty to look at. Spamming pieces like this to create an abstract display stand. I think that's a great idea, and certainly not something we've seen before. Over to that lime chest piece. Diagon MOCs uses two of them, and they're kind of like lower arm armor. With a big bulky design like this, you're gonna need some of these pieces to, actually create big bulky armor that fits the aesthetic. Torso armor for some arm gauntlets. It looks better than you might think. And finally, that wonderful sword element. Here's a MOC by Obsessionist that takes 3 of them and turns them into legs. I feel like you could use any blade piece to replicate something like this, but I don't know. The serrated edge of this part right here, it feels vaguely bug-like. And because of that, I think it works even better. I don't think this is meant to be like a bug, this entire creation, but that creepy crawly texture, well, it definitely ups the creep factor of this guy. And I think that's a win. Okie dokes. Now let's finish this thing off with a revamp of Lewa Phantoka. This revamp is by JNP MOCs, and oh, I like this. I said before, I really love the shoulder-mounted jetpacks that the set has. Sadly, they've been done away with, but I don't know. Posable shoulder wings, which yes, are posable. That's even better. You can angle these wings at just the right angle to fit the flying position that you put him in. Sweet. It's also delightful to see his mask has been changed. This is the mask that comes on the set Axelara V9. T9, Axelara T9. Ooh, can't mess that up. This is of course still Lewa. He's just got a different look. And hey, look, I talked about how much I like that mask, the original one. It is good, but this one, oh, it's so good. The translucent blue spikes sticking out the back, it doesn't get better than that. This is a great reminder that you can mix and match pieces from all sorts of different versions of characters, and then you can create the ultimate version. This looks great. And this MOC has some waist articulation. That's always a good bonus. And look at that. Snazzy looking gunmetal knee-high boots. I said that he looked like some sort of army fighter jet. With boots like this, he's looking more and more like he's in the army. This MOC is fashionable, it's incredibly posable, he's got it all. I told you, man, Lewa Phantoka frickin' rocks. I loved this set as a kid, I still love him now. But if you really want to have some fun, take a look at the links below. There you can find links to all of the builders that I spoke about today, and you can see more of their work. It's a great way to continue getting inspired. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now. So is it Lewa or Lewa? I always thought it was Lee as in tree, Lewa, but a lot of people say Lewa.